Hey everybody, what's up? We're back for another Minecraft Tuesday. Um, okay, my audio is good. I forgot to turn it off on my end. So before, okay, then I might mute myself in Discord. I don't know. I don't know if you're. Anyway, before I get started, apologies, I don't have a print going. It has to do with the kind of unfortunate announcement I have for the channel, but first off, I guess I want to start positive before I get negative. But positive, my two most recent videos have been really well received. It seems they've got record high likes and view count for what I normally post, which is super exciting because for a while I've been really worried that my videos haven't been as good, but to see that is positive because it means that you guys are enjoying my content, which there's a reason for me to keep going, which means a lot as a budding content creator. That being said, I have some unfortunate news. So after today, I will be going on hiatus. This will mean that I will have to cancel my stream for Thursday and Friday that I had announced. The plan right now is to just take everything I was going to do this week and do it next week. However, I don't want to guarantee it at this point. I'm a little bit. I've been kind of busy in my personal life, and so I've gotten behind on videos a little bit. And so I was hoping to take the Thanksgiving break as a time to catch up a little bit. Unfortunately, circumstances outside of my control, I won't even be in the state, so I won't be able to work on um, any videos, which means not only will be I be a week behind, but I might even be like 2 weeks behind, which really sucks because I haven't missed a week since I started. Um, but again, it's not really my decision. It's also not really fantastic for my mental health to continue to push past that. So I apologize for that. And I hope I mean to kind of try and make it a little bit easier, I could make a joke. The influencer in me says, "Hey, take the time while I'm away to catch up on any streams you might have missed of mine." Um, but I will hopefully be back by the beginning of December. I'm not exactly sure how things are going to pan out. Yeah, we'll see about streaming. If I do stream, it would be a very spur of the moment thing. And I would be like streaming off my laptop, so it wouldn't be anything too big. Um, but I don't want to promise anything, so that would be on Twitch. That wouldn't be on YouTube because I wouldn't have time to announce it or anything. Um, but I really doubt that I'm going to be able to do anything like that. I just wanted to have the option out there. Um, that being said, this stream will also be a little bit shorter than some of my other streams. I normally am on for a few hours. However, today I think I'll only be on for 1 or 2. I think I'll only be on until 2 o'clock EST, which again is kind of sad, but gotta do what I gotta do, unfortunately. So, it's personal family stuff going on. And like I said, I'll be outside of the state, so I won't be with my computer or streaming setup, so I won't be able to work. I also don't know where I'll be, so I don't know if I'll like be near a TV or anything able to like sit down and do any streaming. So I don't really feel like going any further in depth um, into that. But yeah, outside of that, I don't want to bog up too much more of today's stream with negative news. I want to try and have as fun. I was debating whether or not I'd be here today, but I didn't want to just go like completely razor silent. I know I'm not the largest streamer, so it's not uber important. But to me, it means a lot to have some transparency as things progress. So I don't want to just like disappear out of nowhere, and you're like, where did he go? And then like unsubscribe or anything like that. Not that you would, but you know. So that's pretty much all the news that is news. I don't have any really big plans for today. I forgot to pull up my music and everything. But yeah, that's how things are. So yeah. Kirby's also with me. I was so sad. I have like 8 videos that I've been working on, and the only thing I can do is script them right now, which sucks. I really wanna like publish them, but I don't know. I want to work on them, but I won't be able to. Woo, that's loud. Okay, that should be good. So anyway, talking about some other stuff, I had this funny video. I'm probably still going to make it, but again, everything's gonna be delayed a week. But I have all of that footage of my K1 not working, and so I'm planning on using it to I'm planning on using. No. Oh, that's right. I haven't talked to you since then. I could tell you how it went. So I went into the Micro Center, and they had started doing their Black Friday deals. So it was like really busy. And I go up to like you know how like you can order stuff shipped to store? I go up to like the ship to store counter, and I'm like, hey, and this isn't a lie. I wasn't making this part up. But I said, you know, like I talked to a representative online, and they were like, hey, you need to talk to a manager because you're out of warranty. I'm like, son of a bitch. So for anybody that doesn't know, Micro Center works kind of weird where if you buy a printer from them, they give you 15 days to return the printer. Outside of that, well, the printers specifically have the 15 days. I believe other stuff is longer, but the printers specifically, it's like a special. I forgot the whole reason I came over here was to sell the stone. Anyway, the printers specifically have a 15-day grace period. The other stuff I think has a longer grace period. Yeah, it's kind of you should know they put a big sticker on the box. Yeah, I bought my computer there, but what they were quick to point out was they were like, "Oh, well, um it's based on the company's like all the parts are under warranty based on their company. So like if you buy like a Nvidia GPU, technically it's based on Nvidia's like you talk to Nvidia, you don't talk to Micro Center if your GPU is broken. Or at least that's how they explained it to me. I really don't know. But their printers are just to them. So they have that 15-day thing, which I don't think is very fair because yeah. Solid. That's like with no interruptions, nothing. But so that is without talking about how it went. So, Micro Center was fantastic. I went in and I was like, hey, I talked to a representative online because they don't have a phone number that you can call, which kind of sucks. You have to talk to a representative. And I don't like talking to those representatives because you never know if it's a real person or like an AI chatbot or something like that. I get it. Micro Center is a bunch of tech guys that probably don't want to talk on the phone, but still, it's like also it's so much easier for them to understand where you're coming from when they can hear you speaking, like your tone of voice and your way of saying something. Yeah, yeah. I'm like, please, please, I am just a small boy. We had a tires. So anyway, I was like, okay, fine. I have to go in and talk to somebody, which I didn't want to, but because Micro Center's not super close to me. It's a hour and a half drive with tolls, so it's like pretty expensive to go. But I did go because I didn't really have a choice, you know. I kind of had to. But when I got there, they were super nice to me. I just like briefly explained what was going on. How like I would have I would have I would have asked them, or like I would have brought it back within the 15 days, but Micro Center, or sorry, Creality was being real shits to me about it. Yeah. So I took it back to them and I'm like, "Hey, this stream might be a little boring, but I want to do some trading and I'll tell the story while I'm doing it." So anyway, we'll wait for these trades to reset here. So, oh no, I have a bunch of stone over here. Yeah, I mean, I could just put a couple out over at the other place and we trade with them. Because stone is their first trade, so it would be really easy to just like make one max them out, kill it, and then actually that's probably what I could do. Anyway, so Micro Center. So I went and I explained it to them and they brought the manager over and I start to explain it and he stops me and he's like, "When did you buy it?" And I was like, "Oh, I bought it on the 15th." And he goes, "Oh, we'll replace it. You have it with you, right?" And I was like, "Yeah." He goes, "Oh, that's like I know it says 15 days, but like the 15th wasn't that long ago. We'll replace it." And they were like, "Why don't you go into the back and grab a new one and we'll like swap it. It has like everything, all the like stuff in it. You know, like they want the manual and the like the snips and the roll of filament." And I was like, "Yeah, it has all of that in it." I think the only thing it didn't have that I forgot was the warranty card, but considering I was returning it because it was broken, I don't think the warranty card was uber important for them. Um, well, it's yeah, I have no idea. They they like said they were gonna take it to warehouse. The only reason I said that about the open box printers is because one time when I went to buy the K1, I was talking to one of the workers and he was like, "Oh yeah, I have this open box bamboo that somebody returned and they said they had some issue with it, but I guarantee the issue is this and it's a slicer issue or something." I wasn't really listening because I don't really care about bamboo. Um Eyes glazed over. Actually, not gonna lie, after my experiences with the K1, I'm now thinking a little bit more about definitely branching out. I'd like to try an Elegoo printer next. I'd really like to get the 4 Max. I think that's the one that I'd really like to get. But anyway, So that's why I said that about the open box printers, but I don't really know that the actual like what the truth is about the open box. So they had a bunch of Black Friday deals going on, and I was like, oh, I was with Gigi. She was fantastic. She went and helped me out because it's not super comfortable to go and do something like that, you know? To go to the store and be like, yeah, my shit's broken. Can you like fix it? So I wanna, I don't know if she's here or not, but I want to thank her for going with me. Um, Come on, just go in there. There we go. So we're going around the store because I bought the K1. I had a coupon. Micro Center gives you that. I don't know if you got it, the $10 off a roll of filament from them. And I was like, oh, that would be great because I was honestly, I haven't gotten too much into it, but I've printed half a roll of their PTG, and with drying, I think it works fantastically. I have no complaints with it so far. We'll see. It also could be the case where maybe so their PLA that's on the cardboard spools, I believe, is newer because they have some spools at my Micro Center that are still plastic spools, and I believe those might be older ones because the ones that are on plastic spools seem to print a little bit better. And all of my PTG is prints really well, but it's all on plastic spools. So I don't know. Now that I like shilled the hell out of Creality and I got burned with the K1, I'm a little bit hesitant to just talk good about stuff, which kind of sucks because I'm always the like positive guy. Like I always have something positive to say about something, but so it sucks to be that. What's the word for it? Like jaded. I don't want to sound like jaded because I think that it's kind of cringe. Real. But anyway, so I think their PTG is pretty good. And $10 off a roll means that a roll is like $6, so even if it isn't the best, $6 for a roll is not bad. It's if you're near a Micro Center, their PTG is on a Black Friday deal for $18 a roll, which is pretty good. I mean, it won't beat the printed solid. They had that East Coast Rep Rap deal where it was $15 a roll for PTG. I should have bought more. Mike stopped me because he was like, Ace, how many rolls of filament do you really need? Hey, Gigi, what's up? And I'm like, you can never have enough filament. And he's like, I don't know about that one. Oh, the other filament I have to try is I got a bunch of test, like, what do you call them? I call them test strips, but they're technically like sample rolls at RepRap, which were PTG, which I never demoed because I was waiting to develop my PTG profiles a little bit more. So those actually, I'll be making a video about those later on. You know what? Rather than talk about how I won't be here this week and probably not next week, I'm going to talk about what I have planned instead. Maybe that'll hold me a little bit more accountable to actually get the work done. But yeah, but the problem is I've been planning in my head for months. Like there's been videos that I had planned before I debuted that I'm still working on. Like Gigi and I we built Legos for over the 4th of July. Like every day, we would sit for like hours and build with Legos. And I have a bunch of video of that. And I just need to edit it into a really nice video. So I won't be able to edit. That's the reason why it's like, it sucks. Nah. Two things. One, I don't have an extra Vegas key, and also my laptop, I got a kind of cheap laptop because I was like, I just got this brand new like gaming PC. When am I ever really going to be in a situation where I'm like not going to be at my I guess that's true. Yeah. Also, I mean, it would just slow me down. It wouldn't necessarily make the editing editing worse, but I really like it on my big widescreen like monitor, so it is kind of tough. We can't hear Kirby. That's You should be able to hear him. He's been unmuted. Wait, what the heck? Hey, you're right. You can't hear anything. What is going on? Yeah, something's up with it. There we go. Yeah, no, I know. GG, I know. I messed it up. Should be fixed
Damn,
now.
that's crazy.
Okay, now you guys can hear Kirby. I was actually just talking to the voices in my head for a sec. Right. Oh, these are all full. Jeez.
Yeah, it's not cooking because it's completely full.
I didn't realize somebody ran this over the weekend. I seriously haven't played since last Minecraft Tuesday. I think that's all of them full. Nope, this one still needs stone. I'm just gonna take a bunch of these down to the basement and start trading with villagers.
Okay. I gotta figure out... Let's see. I want to figure out how close I am to the actual mountain from down here. How hard it would be to get villagers up into the mountain.
I think it would be kind of
Can't be
difficult.
that far. I don't think it's that far.
Yeah, I don't know. It's whatever you want to do personally. I'm not gonna tell you what to do. So yeah, Micro Center was fantastic to me. So the K1 doesn't come with a camera. So I bought the camera because well, one, I make the time lapses for you guys, but I also would like to check on it because it's in my there's a floor difference between. I had a bunch of stone cutters. Where did I put them? Oh, here's one. I'll borrow this one, and then I feel like I left a couple at the village.
They're not expensive to make either, so...
Yeah, but there's not really a reason to... I had like 8 of them because
Oh.
I was gonna put more stone cutters in the basement, but then we filled it with the library. But I forget where I put them because everything got kind of mixed around. These are all stone, so it might be over here. But so I accidentally left the camera in the old printer, and I was like, oh shit, like that's like, I want that camera. So I ran back into the store. I was like, hey, I hate to be a bother, but I left the camera in there. It's like, okay, come to the back and we'll like help you out. And he let me get the camera out of it. So I'm sitting there on my hands and knees in the Micro Center, unscrewing the camera from the printer. It was very funny. But yeah, and the printer seems okay. I'm still getting a little bit of that issue that I was getting before, but I'm gonna try, now that I have Mainsail on it, I'm gonna try Fuchsia Slicer, because I didn't realize... I was gonna say I don't really care and move on, because the issue is so... Compared to the ringing, the like circle issue that I was getting is not very bad anymore. So I was like, you know what? It's okay. Why have a search function if I have to go up to a crafting table to use it?
Yeah, I hate the recipe book.
Stone.
It's so bad.
Okay, so I need stone and iron, which are all down there, so that's awesome. I can just go right down there. Anyway, so yeah, they were all really good. And the issue is not super bad anymore. I'm still getting a little bit of that like weird circling, but it's doesn't seem to be as bad as it was originally. The belt that I showed you the video of, it still does a little bit of movement, which it
Well,
technically should
mine
have none.
mine moves a little bit too. I think it's
It's
less
just one
of
of those
a
where it's like it just happens, you know, that's
yeah,
gonna happen.
but it shouldn't move like all the way from the top to the bottom like your old one was.
Yeah, yeah. It's funny because the reason I know about that is because I service my treadmill myself, and it's the same thing with my treadmill. Because you know, like the treadmill just runs off a big belt, so it works the same way. But anyway, so it looks like I'm um my printers are now my K1's now working. And I was messing with last night, but then when I you know, got the news about the stuff that's going on, I kind of dropped everything. But I was working on the Monoprice Mini. I also am getting that fixed. So then I'll have the Monoprice Mini working, the Ender working, or the Ender 3, or yeah, the Ender 3 V2 working, and the K1 working. And then after that, I can start devoting a bunch of time to my CR10, which I'm really excited about because I really want to. But the videos, actually, I could pull that off, and I could pull that up and look at it because I wrote it down to make myself feel a little better as my mind was like running. So here are the videos I'm working on making. While we wait for this villager to wait, is it nighttime? Yeah, can we sleep? Villagers can't get a job unless it's day. So the videos that I'm working on right now, I posted the Ame rocket, and so that means I officially have 3 models, which I like to do like 3 models for each video because that gives me about 5-ish minutes to talk about each to make a good, you know, 15 to 20 minute video. So I have all of the models debuted with their shorts. So I will be working on the VTuber models, 3D models video 2.0. Really excited about that one because then I already made, I think Kirby, I showed it to you, but I already made the one for the 3rd video. And I'm thinking about making that a subscriber goal where if I get 100 subscribers by the end of the year, I'll make a 3.0 in January, which would be really tough, but if it would also be really tough for me to get that many subscribers. So anyway, second video, the Recreator. So I've been talking a lot about the Recreator. But I have one more part to print. I have one more foot to print. I've printed all but one of the TPU feet that it rides on, and I accidentally ordered the wrong screws, which now obviously I won't be able to build it, so that will be a little behind. But I am really excited to start working with the Recreator. The actual Recreator build I'm not as excited about. What I'm really excited about is actually working with the like plastic and what I can do with it, which will be like in further videos. So look out for those. Those I'm really, really excited about. But I've been talking about them. I've been yapping about the Recreator for like over a month. So, I'm thinking of doing a new video that, like an off the wall video that like I'm just passionate about, but I've been working a lot with PTG, and one thing I noticed is that a lot of the videos that people make about PTG are kind of lack a little bit in accessibility for beginners. And so I wanted to make a beginner's guide to TPU, or sorry, a beginner's guide to PTG, especially if I want to be like promoting the Recreator. The Recreator uses a more complicated form of PTG, PT without the G. They call it PET 1 to help people in 3D printing, you know, talk about it. But I'd like to make a video about like how to make PTG or how to use PTG, which I think will be an exciting video. Guess we'll all see, you know. That one I'm really excited about. Again, I was kind of hoping to work on that this weekend, but it's not gonna happen. Oh, and now that I've posted this week, I will be posting the final of the Vaporeon model videos, and I'd like to put them all into one big video and really showcase all of Gigi's work on those, because I think she did a phenomenal job on those, and I think it would be kind of cool. I'd like to do a similar thing with the with the filament demonstrations that I do with the little frogs. I'd like to make full videos about them, but I'd like to split it up into seasons. And I'd also like to do a little bit more where like I add stuff about how I feel about the different filaments. You know, because I feel like just showing off the frog does very little to tell you how the filament works when you like print with it. So I think that would be kind of cool to do. So we'll see. Those are all the long form videos that I have. Things to model, I don't think I want to give those away yet because I might stream one of them. But I have 2 VTuber models that I have an idea for. One I already finished. The other I have half done. Ironically enough, considering I haven't even made the second video yet. I'm already working on the third. For shorts, I have a really cool recycling video that's coming out that I already have filmed. I have to edit it, and that'll be out. And then I have a Bocchi the Rock video that I'm excited to show off. I know it's very random, but I think it's cool. Kirby, you posted a Bocchi the Rock meme in general, didn't you?
Yeah. Wait, did I?
Yeah, that's that give me $200 or whatever.
Oh.
That's from Bocchi the Rock.
It was a little bit more than $200, but PayPal me 30,000 USD.
30,000. I was wrong. The stonecutter trade is the stone trade is the second one. So I have to buy a bunch of bricks from these guys before I do any. I should like fly between the two. Like run up to the village, trade quickly with the villagers upstairs, then run down here and trade with these ones down here. I guess I could also make more stone cutters. Because you're right, everything that's used in it is very cheap. Should I make 64 of them? I feel like that's a little much. I'm gonna make like 10. I made 11 by accident. I'm a liar. Ah! There we go. Now push you. So yeah, I feel like there was something else I wanted to talk to you. Oh, that's right. I was in class today, and I was thinking about this. So I'd sent you pictures of it, but we hadn't talked about it. I really would like to do that, like the ultimate CR10 video, like down the line. I haven't even thought about like I haven't even like bought all the parts for it yet, so I'm hell and gone from making a video about it. But I think it would be really cool to like mod the hell out of a CR10 to the point where it's basically I'm building a Voron at this point for how much work I'm putting into it. It is like really a lot of effort I'm putting into it. But
Well, have you seen my full CR10 setup?
I don't know if I
'Cause
have.
it is
But I
kinda
think it would be
silly.
kind of fun. The thing that I've really enjoyed about the Recreator so far is like printing a bunch of like pieces that like build something. I've never
Yeah.
really done that before. It to me it's seeming really fun. So I wouldn't mind picking up like a all-in-one CR10 build to do something like that.
I haven't haven't done the all-in-one thing yet.
Yeah, I
Just
don't
'cause
know. I don't really
it's not
like any of
super
the.
practical, but
It would be great
as
for
far
me
as like
because
the
it would
hot
save a
end and
little bit of
everything is concerned,
space.
I have my CR10 is on a Wham Bam Mutant, which is like a quick tool head swap thing.
Oh, nice.
So I pull a lever and I can take the entire tool head off, which is super nice for clearing clogs and working on it and stuff.
That's
But
nice.
it is way overkill. And it introduces extra points of failure that I've had to deal with. So I would,
Well, yeah.
would
Anytime
not
you add
recommend
something, you're
for,
gonna
yeah.
add complexity.
It's cool, but
Yeah. So the mods that I'm thinking of doing are, I wanted to add a. So I guess I could go from like most difficult or like most advanced to like least advanced. I swapped out the glass bed for a PI sheet.
yeah.
That one was super simple.
Oh, I got to tell you some really bad news about my K1.
Oh,
So I bought a textured PEI sheet.
yeah.
And I'm like, okay, I like the texture one. I also want the option for a smooth one just in case I need that smooth finish on a print from it. So I went and bought one. It's not a PEI sheet. It's just a P sheet.
What?
It's PEA. I don't know what that is. What is that?
I don't even know what you're talking about.
It's not PEI, it's PEA. It looks like a PEI sheet, but I don't know what it is. I don't know what that surface is. I don't know what the material is.
Wait, what the? Why did you fall off? What?
Huh?
This villager, he's like acting really weird.
Well, I found the giant cave.
Nice. From where? Oh, you're doing all that.
Yeah. I think, wait. What part of the cave is this?
So yeah, I
think I
put a
just wanna keep
PI
going.
sheet on it. I'd really like to make all of the beds, like upgrade the beds to those ones that can the belts. Sorry, I'd like to make all the belts to the ones that can like tighten. Because I really like
Yeah.
those as opposed to the ones that you have to like
So-
screw.
There are printed upgrades that you can do, and they are best done in PTG, I believe.
Yeah, that. So I was gonna
but
do like
it is very
mechanical ones
inexpensive
and
to
like.
yeah, it is very inexpensive to buy metal ones. So
Yeah,
I
I was
don't know
gonna
what-
see the
what's
only
the
reason
best.
why I'd make them as opposed to buy them is because it seems like the CR10 ones are a little bit harder to find.
Yeah, you got to find the right width and
Yeah,
height.
I keep finding all these ones that like are just the Ender ones or like the CR10S or like there's so many different types of CR10 that like it's really hard to nail down exactly the one that you need. So it might be beneficial to just print my own. And then I could use a bunch of parts that I have lying around because really at the end of the day what is it uses a palm wheel, you know,
Yeah.
and a screw, you know. which really wouldn't be that hard to print. Especially if I get the K1 working, I also have ABS to start messing around with.
Oh yeah.
Which I'd really like to do. So I could make it in ABS. I don't know the strength comparing the two. I know that ABS is a little bit more temperature resistant, right? Or is it more strong? I can't remember
It is.
which it is.
Well, so ABS PTG is a little bit flexible.
It's more rigid.
So it's a little bit more tough. ABS is super rigid, so it's a little bit more brittle, but it depends on the application that you need it for. And
Yeah.
ABS is a lot more like, well, so is PTG, but they're more UV resistant than like PLA.
Yeah.
So they do a lot better outside, especially ABS.
Yeah, I genuinely think that 3D printing should move away from using ABS. I just think that it's such an archaic material. Similar to a lot of the other things, like point 0.4 as the standard for nozzles. The only reason that was the case was because of the original RepRap printer.
Yeah.
You know? Not saying it's bad, I'm just saying there's a lot of things that the 3D printing community does just because they did it to begin with, you know, that could change. And I think ABS is one of those. I don't think that ABS is a particularly good 3D printing material. It's what they had, and so that's what they use.
Well, ABS is just tough because it's carcinogenic, so.
Well, that too. That's why I think it's not a great
it's like
3D printing material.
I mean, you get like pretty much any toy or anything is made out of ABS plastic. Anything injection molded is usually ABS. Lego is ABS.
I was gonna say, every time people ask me about materials, I'm like, well, it's made out of Lego, because that gets everybody like, they're like, that's so
I mean,
cool.
it's a good material, but yeah, for printing,
I don't think that it's good for printing, because one of the reasons you brought up carcinogenic,
there's a lot of
it's worse.
to it.
It's worse when you're 3D printing it as opposed to injection molding it or something like that. The fumes are. That's actually one of the concerns that was brought up with the Recreator, is because bottle PET is technically food safe, but not under the conditions of 3D printing.
Yeah.
So there's a question of whether or not it will release toxic fumes. And nobody really has an answer to it. Right,
except for me.
Except for you, because you're an authority
I know
on
the
everything.
answer.
But anyway, talking a little bit more about mods. So I already talked about the bed. I'd like to upgrade the belt tensioners, so they're a little bit nicer. Because it's so like unfun to sit there and hand tighten those, and you can only hand tighten them to a certain amount.
I mean, they don't need to be super duper tight, but yeah,
No,
I agree. Having the belt tensioners is nice.
That's something I really like about the
designed
V2.
in a different way.
Well, the newer ones do have that.
Yeah.
Oh
well, no, I'm just saying, like the way that the new Ender 3 V3 is designed, that X belt doesn't need to be tensioned because the motor is kind of offset in a weird spot, so it gets wrapped around. I don't know how to describe. Well, I mean, it still needs to be tensioned, but it's not as critical.
Yeah.
So you're not tensioning directly off of the motor. You're kind of tensioning.
That's actually something we'll talk about that later. But
it.
I wanted to tell you like what I meant by, like with the KE. I actually can, with everything that's been going on with my K1. I think I'd actually be more interested in getting the SE than the KE.
Yeah.
Literally the only thing I wish that the SE had was an all metal hot end. Aside from that, I honestly don't think the advantages of the KE are worth it anymore. The more I look into it, but I don't know.
I'm gonna wait. I'm still gonna wait
Oh yeah, I'm
until
waiting.
holiday season is over until I make a decision.
I
on
don't
that.
know. Micro Center's deal is pretty tempting. It's 160 for the SE.
Yeah,
And it's a brand new
but
printer. That's really
so
cheap.
you're only talking like $40 off of Creality's price.
That's true.
So
However,
I
their
think
enders typically don't go cheaper
yeah,
than 200.
true.
So
Um,
a brand new
$40 is still $40, but I don't think it's worth $40 to be Creality's guinea pig and test their printers for them.
Yeah, from what I can see though, the SE is more close to the traditional like Ender. The KE is closer to the K1. So I am 100% on board with you for the KE, but the SE I kind of don't agree. Cuz the SE seems to just be like a
And the
souped up
SE
Ender V2.
people
But
have had the SE for longer too. So.
Yeah, that's true. But like my buddy, when I told him about the SE, he bought it that night, and he has loved it. He said it's fantastic. He said it just works. Like you just click it and it works. Now, granted, it doesn't come in house with Clipper. That's the big difference, and it's not all metal. But he said it just works. Like it has no issues, which is like super tempting. But anyway, back to to my CR10. The other thing, I want to upgrade the board to the SKR mini board. I'd like to add a second Z screw to it, so it's dual Z, and it will have its own motor. And I will be I'll have to write the firmware myself by hand, so I could give it some more advanced like dual Z stuff.
Yeah, you could do like auto tramming if you really wanted.
Yeah, it really depends. I'm not too great at the firmware coding side, so I'm kind of limited on that. If I had an extra Ender 3 V2 screen, I could use the firmware that my V2 runs on, and that would be fantastic. But unfortunately, I don't have an extra screen, and they're like $40, and I don't know if it's worth it. It sucks that the screen is the only thing limiting the firmware, but you deal with what you got, you know. Anyway, so I'd like to upgrade the board, like to add the dual Z, which would be fantastic on the CR10. I'd like to upgrade the I already have a Z probe, so I'll be adding I'll be adding a BL Touch to it. And I sent you the Creality makes a version of the Sprite extruder that is 2.85 millimeters,
Yeah, I saw that.
and the more I think about it, the cooler it is. So I had a crazy idea. So it is $50 for that extruder, the one that's the 2.85 millimeter one.
I wonder how many parts are actually different from the 1.75.
I honestly think it's not very much. However, the difference is it's the Pro kit, so it comes with the bracket, all of everything. For $50 more, you could just buy the Pro kit for the S1, and then you could swap out. That way, rather than swapping out the nozzle, you would swap out the entire thing. So like if I wanted to print bigger stuff that would require like a 0.6 nozzle, I could swap out to the 2.85 hot end, and then if I wanted to do something that required something like with less filament, I could swap back to the to the 1.75 millimeter one. I was like, honestly, that's not too crazy, I don't think. But I don't know. That's just me like spitballing. Because Micro Center they have an open box version. I don't know if I'd get an open box one, but they have the Sprite Extruder Pro, not the Pro kit, on sale for $65. So like after tax it'd be like $110 for me to get 2 Sprite extruders, and I could just swap them in and out rather than swap the nozzle out, which I think would be kind of cool. I don't know though.
I've made it.
Hey, come here.
Hmm. Ooh, I can put these in my stash.
Yeah. Have you reset yet? Oh, you have. 35 highway robbery. I should kill you for that. I was never book smart. I was money smart. I gotta wait a little bit for that to hit your feed.
Oh no, that's hit my feed.
Good, good. You're somewhat trendy.
It's on Facebook already.
It's on Facebook now. It's hit the mom minion meme level. So we're good. I was never book smart, I was money smart. Make me more intelligent. I think I finally found my favorite version of that meme. I saw it this morning. It was that, but it was Gusty Garden Galaxy from Super Mario Galaxy.
Oh, wait, did you link it? I think I saw that.
I think I linked it this morning.
You might have linked it.
I sent it on TikTok though, so I don't know if I sent it to you because I know you don't respond to TikTok.
I did see it though. I don't know.
It was so good. It was like, I'm book smart, not money smart.
Yeah,
make me more intelligent. I was like, damn, this is peak right here. Also, I saw a video that was like Loki calling me out, and I was like, dang. It was. Okay, why does it play this from Bowser's Inside Story? Anyway, sorry. So he was saying a good way to tell like how brain rot somebody is whether or not they can go like a couple hours without randomly quoting. Okay, what the hell? This guy's charging 51 stone for 1 emerald.
What?
Actual robber.
Wait, aren't all of the ones over at the village 20?
They're 20, sometimes 19, but if you trade with them too much, they'll spike their prices for no reason. Sometimes, if they're a thief. Which is okay, that's just one less guy that I'll trade from. Unfortunately, if you kill a villager in front of other villagers, they'll all raise their price. Because they're like, oh, well, you killed one of my friends? Not gonna trade with you. Anyway, so...
I can't believe they would do that.
They were like, if you sit and you just have to, like, reference random TikTok audios, like, not make a joke about it, just, like, randomly mention them, you have brain rot. I was like, damn. Got that social media brain rot. I'm over here, I'll just start going, call me Mr. Rock Festival, I got hella bands. But it's okay, because me and Mike sharing it. Honestly, that's the only... You keep saying, like, why would you play Overwatch? Overwatch is awful. I agree with you, but Mike and I, when we play, it'll be so much fun. Like, we'll be... Every night we'll get, like, one meme, and that's the meme that we just won't shut the fuck up about. So, like, a couple nights ago when we played... Oh! Wait, what was that?
Mm-hmm.
Wait, what? Oh, a new subscriber? Holy...
You have to scream. You have to scream.
No, I can't. I can't do it. I got in trouble for the last one. Thank you very much for subscribing. I don't know. So, you know what's funny? I don't know if they're watching or... So that's the funny thing about YouTube. They could not even be watching. Because right now it says I only have 2 viewers. And if you're watching and I'm watching, those are my 2 viewers. So they might legitimately have just seen my short that came out yesterday and, like, subbed. So, like... I don't know. If you're watching, thank you very much for subscribing. It means a lot. Don't steal my stone.
I just need a stick.
I don't have any over here, unfortunately. Anyway, that was super cool. I didn't even know. So, I mentioned this last stream. I didn't even know that my actual stream assets were working because it's been so long since I've actually got. I guess I'm getting like developed enough where I'm actually starting to get like subscribers and stuff live.
I think YouTube has been doing a lot more of the pushing small videos too.
Yeah, what's
'Cause
really weird is I
I've been
didn't get
seeing a
that
lot of
message that you
engagement and
got
stuff.
though. That like my
Yeah,
video.
no, but my last Minecraft shit post got a bunch of comments and I mean it wasn't a ton of views, it was like 600 views, but like a bunch of comments. So I think the YouTube algorithm is healing.
Yeah. That's the thing that I like about that's the biggest thing that I like about YouTube that I hate about posting on TikTok. TikTok is just not old enough for it to be a really viable platform long term, I don't think. Like on YouTube, I can post a video and schedule it. Like I could post a video now and schedule it for 3 months from now. Like it could drop in January, which is super cool. Because what I do is I schedule all of my videos. Are you throwing all that stuff in the lava?
Yeah.
Why?
It's all garbage.
What is it? It's like
It
coal.
was like andesite and shit.
We can sell that to the stone cutters.
Too late.
Oh my gosh. I want to talk about iPad Kid. If it's not directly in front of you, you like lose your mind. Anyway, I watched you throw a bunch of coal ore, so I'm not gonna listen to you say that. Anyway.
Oh, these guys, their prices are nasty. I'm gonna still trade with them though.
I said that, Kirby. And you went, "Whoa, that's highway robbery." Why do you do this to me?
I needed to clear my inventory.
Hey guys, so me going on hiatus.
It's all my fault.
It's all Kirby's fault. I should take all this with me. Yeah, I'm gonna take it with me. I don't think I need it down here. I'll leave 2 down here. But I don't need this. So the thing that I really dislike about TikTok is that YouTube, I can schedule a video. So like I'm gonna be just kind of transparent about this since it'll explain why I'm still posting videos despite going away at the end of the week here. Oh, by the way, there are carts with coal. If you just use those instead of the powered rails, it makes it so much easier.
Oh, okay. Where are those?
They're in the chest right next to you, sweetie. Just turn slightly around. The single chest. Over by the single chest. The single chest. That's a shulker. That's a double chest. Over
Just
by
a single...
Hold on, stop. The single chest over by the hook spawner.
The what?
Okay. So stop moving so that the stream delay can catch up.
This?
Yes. See the single chest? Look, you found it.
Too bad I threw away all the coal.
I know. It's okay. I'm only like very angry, not incredibly angry.
Okay. That hole I've been digging, you have no idea how much coal I have out of it.
Okay, and
it is a
we can also trade coal if we really if we really wanted to get down to it. We've got to get as much money as possible.
But me
so the next
throwing
time...
away 13 coal, that's not a big deal.
Make or break right there, actually.
Make or break, yeah. I want to spawn a bunch of them. Wait, I got to finish the line. Hang on. I just remembered. I didn't go all the way yet.
You want to sleep real quick while you're down there?
Sure, give me a sec.
So, YouTube lets you edit a video without deleting it, which is really nice because I'm only human. Sometimes I make some mistakes in my captions and stuff. But TikTok, if you want to edit the title, the post date, or the Like if you want to edit it at all, you have to delete it and re-upload it.
Even just the title, that's crazy.
You cannot edit a single thing on TikTok. This is the thing that I dislike about a lot of social media apps these days. Maybe this is gonna sound really boomer-y of me, but they pander so much towards filming something on your phone and uploading it directly from your phone, which I really don't like. Even YouTube is kind of that way. Like, you can't really watch shorts on computer. Like, on mobile, you can, like, skip through a short. You can't do that on computer. You have to watch the entire short every time on computer.
Can't do that on the computer.
But anyway, so yeah, TikTok, if you want to edit anything about a video, you have to delete it and re-upload it, which is such a pain. Because a lot of the time, I will make a silly mistake, or sometimes I like to plan my videos out so that, like, they kind of coincide with each other. Like, there's a little bit of a flow. So, like, I will always post a filament demonstration before I do a new model with a new filament I've never shown off. So typically what I'll do is either a Monday or a Wednesday I'll post a filament demonstration video, and then either Wednesday or Friday we'll have a model using that new filament. Well, if I kind of move things around like I did this week, I was debating whether yesterday or tomorrow I would post the filament demonstration for this week. If on TikTok I decided to do it on Monday and then decide to move it to Wednesday, which is what I ended up doing this week, I would have had to delete the video from TikTok and re-upload it. It's just such a pain. The thing that TikTok does that I like better than YouTube is TikTok lets you pick the thumbnail, and it's a dynamic thumbnail. So, like, if you're scrolling through somebody's profile, it will, like, take 3 frames before and after the point that you set, and it will play like a little animation. So you can pick basically the most important part of your video and have that be like the thumbnail on TikTok for everybody, which I really like. YouTube currently does not let you change the thumbnail for a short. It will auto-generate one, and it will not let you change it.
There is technically a way to do it, but only on mobile.
That's what I was gonna say.
And you can't set it to an arbitrary. It has to be part of the video. It has to be a frame in the video.
That's what I'm saying. And so it's not as dynamic as TikTok. I don't think. But you know, I also really, really dislike the TikTok algorithm. I don't think it's as mature as the YouTube one. And so it's very like one day I'll be really into, like, I don't know if you've heard about the suburban mining girl, but she's building an entire mine shaft under her house, Minecraft style, in real life.
Yo.
It's like really cool. And so I've subscribed to her. Every video was her video. I'm like, I want to see her stuff, but I don't want to see, like, every video she's ever posted all at once. Like, intersperse it a little bit. And overall, I think that TikTok's algorithm is a little too reactive for me.
Yo, look at my train of villagers.
I see it. It's probably going to bother you, but the way that it works is it constantly runs, and so it will just push all of the villagers. It won't, like, drive them all uniformly. I just wanted to let you know because I didn't want you to be like, it's not working.
It's not working. I think I put too much weight on it.
It should be able to run just fine.
No,
it'll just be really slow.
No, it fully stops on the hill.
Oh.
I think I can split them and fit another minecart or 2 inside. It was working, like where it would shove them forward and then catch up.
Are you putting stuff in those shulker boxes behind me? Or are you
No,
just taking...
just opening them because I'm curious.
Oh, okay. I have a very certain way of organizing everything so that I can trade as much as possible. As quick as possible.
If I just put 2 of them back to back,
Good work.
I don't know if that'll work.
Well, like me, Gigi, and a villager were able to go from the igloo all the way home with just one of those.
Yeah, but I'm trying to push 5 villagers at once.
I think it's all based on how when it hits them.
Okay, we're good. I think it might have just been too much weight pushing back on it.
No idea.
Going up the hill. Two minecarts did it though.
Hey, by the way, how did you get the coal to power it? Very interested.
I stole it from, there was some in the Purper farm.
Throw out your goods and then steal from me. That's yeah.
Mm-hmm. Do you want me to? I'll bring back some coal.
It's gonna be coal blocks, isn't it?
Yeah, but then you can fortune them and get even more.
That's the coke.
Actually, I've got a fortune pickaxe. I can break them.
I don't really care.
I'll bring you a stack of coal blocks. And you shall never want for coal again.
I always want for coal. I hunger for the coal. I love this is gonna be like totally off the wall. You're gonna be like, I don't know why you're talking about this.
Huh?
Hmm?
Dude, my carts are so dumb. One of them fell off of the track.
Mm-hmm.
How does that happen? Oh, oh no. Now they're gonna be pissed at me.
Now you can
I got hit by sweeping edge.
Now you can understand a fifth of what it felt like to deal with all those villagers. Now you can understand why I got so mad I had to mute that one time. Oh, there was something I wanted to talk about and I totally forgot what it was. But now you're seeing the ways. I told you that the stonemasons are probably the most based of all of the villagers.
Based on what?
Their trades. By the way, because of keep inventory, I'm at my level. I'm at 76 for my enchanting level. Hey, was there a reason that you had smelted a bunch of smooth stone in your house?
Yeah.
Before?
Redstone? Redstone.
Okay, that's what I figured. You don't have it. You do have it. Oh, no way. Magenta glazed terracotta? So, did you say they changed the way that autocrafters work and now they're like bad?
I wouldn't call them bad. They're just, you can, the thing that was cool about them before is that You could use them for other stuff other than auto crafting, like timers and stuff, but
Oh, that's
now you
cool.
can basically only use them for auto crafting,
That's rough.
which is like it sucks because it only affects the redstone people. It's not going to affect the
Yeah.
normal user, and redstoners are a very, very small section of players. So they just
Yeah. That's one
it's
of those where it's like the change would not affect
they
the
had
average
it.
person.
Yeah, they had it perfect the first time on both the copper bulb and the redstone crafter and the crafter. They were perfect on the first update. And then they went, "Oh wait, this very small group of people is having too much fun with this item. We got to nerf that."
Did I just catch you having fun?
Yeah.
Oh, so speaking of which, hold on.
Mojang, cut these guys balls off.
Mojang, decapitate this man. It's so weird. It's so weird. I am almost peaking my mic, but I am quieter than you are on my stream. I don't know. In the new year, when I get my new setup, it's all over for you guys.
It's all ogre. Once I get good internet, oh
That's what you keep saying.
yeah.
Guys, once Kirby gets good internet, you're gonna get twice as many Fillion edits as normal.
Exactly.
Don't have a sword to kill
He
that
did
slime.
it. He became the guy.
I want to be the guy.
I feel like I'll need more than 5 though. I'll cross that bridge when I get to it.
Oh, there is a short that I could like talk about before I make it. I want to make a video showing off some of the art that I've been making on the server, along with some of GG's. And then I have like Minecraft shitpost idea that I've been cooking up for a little bit. I did actually tell Gigi about it, and she said it was pretty funny. So
I'm just gonna completely rebrand to a Minecraft shit poster.
rebrand.
I'm gonna lean into being a Minecraft shit poster.
There we go. That's better terminology. I wanted to be like, hey Kirby, can you remind me again what the last like 5 posts you've done on YouTube have been? There was another video that I was thinking of making, like a really short one. What's the name? Got the ideas I was driving today. Oh, that's right. Some tips on like a modeling tip that I have, which is like if you have a part of your design that's like hole based or like needs to be a specific size and you're worried about dimensioning it wrong, there's a tip, there's like a thing that I do where if if there's, say, like, a hole that I'm worried about being the right size, I will, rather than completely redo all of the measurements, I'll just change, like, one measurement. I'll change, like, I'll, like, oversize the hole, and then so, like, when I shrink the whole model or grow the whole model, just the hole will switch in shape. So, like, for instance, I made that model that I showed you, and the hole for the... If I wanted to resize it to not be the entire width of my ender bed, I needed to decrease it to 75% rather than 100%, and so I oversized the hole by 0.25 so that it would be the correct measurement when scaled down.
How long does it take?
A day for them to restock.
Well, no, for them to actually get a job.
It just depends. Most of the time, to force it, I'll just break it and place it down until they get one.
Okay.
But it's just a patience thing. So for you, I know that's gonna be really tough. Gotta be honest, this is this is very cathartic to watch.
What, me fucking with villagers?
Yeah, you like flipping out, growing so impatient with the villagers. Because now I think you realize how much patience I had to do the stuff I did with the villagers.
Ideally, I want to get a set of them that have the granite and diorite trait as well. I know the stone is guaranteed, but if I could dump all my granite and diorite as well, that'd be awesome.
I have one of each of those in my setup. I know it's not super easy to travel between them, but...
Oh. They got the wrong way around.
Yeah, once I get making PUT pretty consistently, one thing I want to do is I want to work on like a hydroponics setup. Because I think that would be the perfect plastic to use. Because it would be cheap, and I know it's going to be, like, waterproof and stuff. Because, like, PLA will slightly degrade, but PT is meant to hold water, so, like, it would be perfect. Also, I'm probably stealing a lot from that video once I make it, but I'm kind of at the place where you know what, I just want to tell you, like, what I'm working on. You being the chat, not you being Kirby. But
you also want to tell me.
Yeah. I use you as a vessel for the audience. But my mom likes hydroponic lettuce better than regular grown lettuce. So she's been like, could you make this for me? And I'm like, I want to. I just haven't gotten around to it. Oh, so when I debuted my schedule for this week, which is now null and void, I had scheduled a stream on Thursday, and my mom was like, are people really gonna watch on Thanksgiving? Don't they have to be with their family? And I didn't have the heart to tell her, I'm aiming for the people that want to avoid their family, and so they're like, oh, I gotta watch this Ace Gamer stream.
Plus international viewers.
That's true, that's true. My advice.
Not every, believe it or not everybody celebrates American Thanksgiving.
A lot of other countries have been picking it up through name alone. I really wanted to talk about this because I thought it was super cool. So, my one professor, he is from India, I believe. And he was talking about how Thanksgiving is his favorite American holiday. Or actually, I think he said it's his favorite holiday in general, because and this is where I think it's funny because Americans have a different way of looking at Thanksgiving. But he said, it's so great to have a holiday where all you do is you're just thankful for the things that you have. I was like, you know what? You're right. A lot of people get up in arms about like the cultural stuff, which I'm not at all, discussing here. It is good to just have a holiday where all you do is you think about being thankful for everything that you have.
Yeah.
I think that's a good. And so what he does is he hosts Thanksgiving at his house, and he invites any of his international students that might not like be able to go home. Like we have a lot of Chinese students, especially. And so they're not going to go all the way back to China for a week. And so they go to his house and they celebrate Thanksgiving with him, which I thought was really cute.
That's pretty cool.
Because he was like, "What are you doing for Thanksgiving?" And I was like, "This was a year ago." Because it actually, holy shit, I didn't realize that. A year ago, I was getting back from Egypt. I had so many plans of making a vlog and posting it, and I never did. I still have the footage for it. Maybe I could, but it's like a year old at this point.
Yeah, but I think it's still relevant.
I also have my footage from Scotland, too, that I could use. But, yeah, I was getting back from Egypt at this time. Let's get some music playing. What's good? What's good?
Oh, this is gonna be nice to finally be able to repair my pick inside my own hole. And I'm probably still gonna let it break.
Well, yeah, you gotta have something to make into a funny shit post later.
Mm-hmm.
You should cut to that meme of the black guy crying. You know, the one from like back in the day. Really prove how boomery you are.
Yeah. Old school memes.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure if you search crying on the tenor GIF picker on Discord,
Probably.
that's the first thing that comes up.
That era of like YouTube poops. Like this guy had a Pokemon.
Somebody commented on my last video with the breaking pick. And he was like, "Oh man, I wish this was a real mod so I could add it to my mod pack." I'm like, well, do I have a...
Have you guys heard of chat triggers
Have you
before?
guys
It's
heard
not
of
like
chat
a mod. It's all client side. So you can use it even in vanilla. Come watch me live on twitch.tv/BFG_KirbyBit to learn more. I like how I can say your handle more smoothly than I can say my own. Even though yours is longer and harder to say than mine is.
Yeah, still trying to get the name KirbyBit.
What
That still pisses me off.
Are you near a bed?
I can get near a bed real quick, yeah.
Sleep.
Oh, you know what I should build over here?
Mm-hmm.
A creeper farm.
Not a bad idea.
That way I never have to go back to the old base.
We can just demolish your house. No, what you should do is finish the auto sorter.
I should. Honestly, I'm kind of tempted to tear it all out and just replace it with like a simple one with no minecarts and just make it massive. Just one item per chest, and it's just a giant multiple halls of chests. Because I built like a small one over here just for quickly dumping what I'm mining into. I don't know if you saw it.
Mm-mm.
But like just an expanded version of this where very simple redstone, very easy to expand, and it's just one item per chest. And like, yeah, it takes a while to actually unload everything into the sorter. But if you just leave it running,
No, it worked. Did you see the new Bay and Corona MV? I don't know if it's an original song or not.
saw it was coming out, but I did not see it yet.
I'm continually surprised by the collaboration.
Yeah,
with,
and it's cool that they're kind of doing like cross collabs too.
Yeah. That's like unironically, Mori I think does it the best, but she's the best at adapting to the people that she's working with, I think.
Yeah.
Like I was listening
Well, I think
to her...
actual professional
talent.
What's the word? Like professional I can't think.
I thought you were making a joke, so I wasn't interrupting you.
No, I'm making a joke of how dumb I am, but I can't think of the word. But like she's worked professionally before a lot.
Yeah, professional
so...
music artist. Is that what you're?
Yeah, not exactly what I was going for, but whatever. My brain is. It's been a long week, man. And it's only Tuesday. Tuesday, and
haven't you not gone into Walmart yet?
Huh?
I thought you only worked on Sundays.
What? No, I worked all of this weekend. Saturday,
yeah.
Sunday, Monday, and it's been crazy because of the new schedule stuff.
That's the key there. Because technically, Saturday and Sunday is part of last week, so...
Yeah, but a Walmart week starts on Saturday.
Oh, fuck. I only go by the Walton-approved schedule.
Yeah.
Okay.
Sam Walton told me
brother.
that the week starts on Saturday.
Did you know Sam Walton was a weeb, and that's why you guys have to make the Walmart chant every morning when you wake up?
I don't actually know the Walmart chant.
Did you know the Walmart chant is unironically because Sam Walton was obsessed with Asian culture, and he went to a I don't think it was a sweatshop, but he went to like a minimum wage working facility in South Korea, I believe it was, and they did a chant every day when they woke up, like every day when they got into the office or to the shop, my bad. And he was like, "This is groundbreaking. We have to do this." And that's why you guys have to do the Walton chant every day. One, two, three, four. Saw this video of this lady who was retiring from working at Walmart after like 40 years, and she was like getting emotional and crying, and I was like, dang.
They really had her mind washed.
I don't want to be rude because like things matter to
Dude.
people. Like I give a shit about like VTubers, so like I really shouldn't talk. But to be like in tears about Walmart was a little, I was like interested.
Yeah, and like unless you make it to like,
it didn't look like she was a manager either. She still
That's
had the
what I'm saying.
She still had the vest on. So
well,
it's like,
managers wear the vest.
Yeah, but I mean, you're like 40 years working at Walmart, and you're just a store manager. I don't know. Maybe store managers make bank, and I don't know. But I felt like
store managers do make bank. But yeah, there's a lot of people who work 20, 30, 40 years and don't make it to that point, and it's like, ugh,
Oh, you want to know
man,
something
that's
even
rough.
scarier? So, the reason why Walmart greeters are unanimously older is so that Walmart can claim them and make money off or have lower taxes. Because you can claim them as not disabled, but you can claim them as like you're hiring older, and they take out
Well, they
take
mean,
out
they
life
also-
insurance plans on them.
what, the life insurance thing?
Additionally, 40%, I think it was, I haven't updated my numbers, but 40% of Walmart workers are on government assistance.
Hmm. That makes sense.
We're on.
Although,
this is the Ace Politics channel.
I'm pretty sure it's gotten a lot better because they have raised. I know for some,
Kirby is
for
sponsored
some
by
of
Big
America.
Walton.
No, I am. I'll do a little bit of defending, but I'm not saying Walmart's a good place to work. I fucking hate working at Walmart. But their new starting is 14 an hour, and that's across the entire country.
Mm-hmm.
So, and I know some places you can't live off of 14 an hour, but there are a lot of places in America where 14 an hour is way above minimum wage and definitely livable.
Yeah. I don't know about that. I don't know about it being living, but that's politics, and we really don't need to talk about that today.
You can afford,
I am not
you
talking
can afford
about that.
rent, and you have some extra too.
Ooh, here's a good comparison since we were
splurge a
talking
little
about
bit.
Asia. Japan. So, Tokyo is, I believe it's twice. I don't think it's 4 times, but they're twice as population dense as New York. Yet, a person in Tokyo making minimum wage can afford an apartment.
That's crazy.
Isn't
Dude,
that crazy? Imagine if you could be able to
well,
live a life off of a job
Yeah.
that wasn't something like an office job. That would be amazing.
Well, and it's crazy. I don't know if you've. I mean, you're on TikTok, so you probably have. But those like apartment showcase things where it's like
Oh,
this
those are so
little.
funny.
It's like literally a broom closet converted to an apartment, and then the guy's like, "But it's only $6,000 per month."
You're talking
What-
in
what?
you're talking in New York, right?
Yeah, in New York.
Yeah, people gas
Like,
up
it's-
the
it's
apartments in New York, and
literally-
I'm like, it's a supply closet, bro. Give
Like
up.
it's actually just a supply closet that they put a fridge and a sink in, and you have to go down the hall to go to the bathroom, and the dude's like, "It's $5,400 a month." I'm like,
Yeah, it's crazy the amount of copium that people are on with New York. And I think it's long term going to hurt New York because people won't be able to afford to live there, and so all of the
Yeah.
jobs are gonna leave.
yeah, because like ultimately you need those lower income. I mean,
Not
I don't
everybody
like
should
saying-
be.
I don't like saying less skilled jobs
Yeah.
because every job takes skill, right?
Yeah.
Especially if you do it well. But
I don't think this is a
arguably
political
the
hot
less
take to
skilled
have, but I think you should be able to live on
need-
whatever job makes you happy, because
Yeah.
we need one of everybody to make everything work. Like, you know, like as much as it's not like it's not life changing for somebody to be like a janitor, but it needs to be done. Like, you need somebody to clean. You know, you need somebody to do some of the jobs that you might not necessarily like want to do. I also think we don't do a good enough job propping up the trades as a legitimate option. I think people look down on the trades, like being like a welder,
even
or plumber,
though
that
some
kind
of
of stuff.
those make good money too. But it's
Well, not to contradict myself, but one of the reasons they make so much is because they're in such demand. Which
Yeah.
obviously, if the demand goes down, the you know. Somebody came in and then left. I think they heard me talking about Walmart, and they're like, "I'm out."
yeah, fuck Walmart.
Oh,
To be fair,
I know this isn't related to Walmart, but Pepsi is the reason that minimum wage is still at where is not $15 or like higher. because this is such a fun story to tell to people. Again, not taking a political side, just telling you how it is, because I find it very interesting. But back in the day, Pepsi was like, hey, we are spending so much money to advertise against Coke and to try and get Coke in restaurants, or to try and get Pepsi in restaurant as opposed to Coke. What if we just bought the franchises and then forced them to use Pepsi? So Pepsi bought out Taco Bell and then was like, well, now they use our product, so we don't have to pay the licensing fee. So they saved a bunch of money. So then, because that was so successful, they started buying more and more companies. So that's why Long John Silver's, KFC, Taco Bell, and A&W Root Beer are all within the same store because they're all owned by Pepsi. Then Pepsi was like, oh man, we're rolling in it now. Not only do we have successful franchises, we don't have to advertise as much because we own the restaurant. So you can't go to Taco Bell and get Coke. You have to get Pepsi because it's owned by Pepsi. So they're saving so much money. So they're like, why don't we take this extra money and close some of the stores? Because now, rather than have an independent location for KFC and an independent location for Taco Bell, we can combine them and get the combination restaurants. Then we entice more people to come in because, well, if you're not in the mood for KFC, you might be in the mood for Taco Bell or vice versa. So you're still going to the same restaurant. But because you have less restaurants but more profit at each individual restaurant, your profits are going up. So they're making more money that way. The final thing to this is they were making so much money that they're like, wait, the final thing we need to save on is worker pay. Why don't we lobby the government to keep minimum wage at the levels it's at? And that's why minimum wage hasn't changed federally since 70s, I believe it is. It's been a long time. This is going to sound really weird. The only reason I know how little minimum wage has changed is because of Game Theory. Because they did a video in FNAF, like, talking about what year FNAF took place in, and they used federal minimum wage to prove it. That's the reason that I know that federal minimum wage hasn't changed.
It's still there?
Yeah. Federal minimum hasn't changed since, like, at the latest, the 80s. I think it's still like 731
there's
federally.
Still a lot of states. 725.
725. Gotcha.
Still a lot of states that 725 is the minimum wage.
Yeah, but anyway, the reason that's largely the reason that's the case is because of PepsiCo. So if you ever get mad about minimum wage, just remember it's all Pepsi's fault.
It's all Pepsi and lobbying. Oh man, I saw
again, not taking a political stance, just laughing about it. I'm not Hassan.
I think it was Texas was gonna raise their minimum wage. I think this is like something that's gonna happen in the near future, like April 2024 or something. And
yeah,
McDonald's is running a bunch of news stories.
Oh yeah.
I mean, it's not clearly McDonald's, but it's definitely McDonald's.
Oh no, it's definitely McDonald's.
About how now that the minimum wage is higher, they have to increase the price on their menus. It's like, bitch, minimum wage isn't higher yet. It's higher in April, and you're raising the price on the menu now.
Yeah.
Like, that's not... Huh?
The thing that always bothers me is the argument that a lot of the heads use is like, oh, we can't raise because then prices will raise. Like, well, we didn't raise prices, and prices aren't the same that they used to be.
Yeah, like, you know? Minimum wage is still bad, and the prices have still... I will continue to bitch about fast food prices because, especially on stream, because I think it's a good way for me to remain, for the most part, apolitical. This will bother me. This bothers me to no end. I don't think I'll ever get over this. But
There is now not a single item on the entirety of the Walmart or the McDonald's menu that is less than $1. Every single item
aren't
is more
cones-
than $1. What?
Cones are still 49 cents.
No.
Really? Wait.
You mean a cone with nothing on it? An ice cream is like $5 now.
No, just like a cone, like a vanilla cone.
No, a vanilla cone is like $1.50, maybe $2. It also could be a regional thing. Maybe it's more
It might be
expensive where I live. But last time I checked, a cone was like almost $2. Just a regular cone. And it's 3 swirls of ice cream. And here's how I know that things have gotten crazy. Adding a slice of bacon to your breakfast sandwich is $1.29.
Oh, of course it.
A slice of bacon. That's a slice of bacon being added to my sandwich.
Yeah.
And it's more than a burger used to be. It's so... When my parents said, I'll give you something to cry about, it wasn't them spanking you. It was they're gonna ruin the economy. Oh, man. Man, we don't have enough stone. We need to get more stone.
Yeah, I'm working on it.
Oh shoot. It's almost time for me to go. Yeah, I know like fast food prices like the back of my hand because maybe it's like a sign of growing up like where money is something you have to like worry about. I won't say growing up poor because I think that that's like kind of negative.
Definitely poor.
I gotta watch what I say because Snoib and I got into a big fight where he was like, "You didn't grow like you get into those pissing matches where it's like, oh, you grew up poor. Well, I had to eat a box of nails that we got from a construction site because I was so broke or something like that." And you're like, "Oh, okay." But anyway, growing up having to look at prices, you know, I have memorized like what things used to cost. But I remember when one thing Mike and I used to do was we would go to Burger King and we would get 6 orders of the 8-piece nuggets, which was like 60 nuggets almost. It was like 50 nuggets if I'm doing my math right. I feel like it used to be 10. I know for a fact now it's 8 is their like mid-range chicken option. I feel like it used to be 10. But either way, it would be me, Mike, and our other roommate. We would go and we would get like 6 orders of chicken, and then we'd get 1 order of chicken fries because Mike really likes the chicken fries, and it would be like $10. And all 3 of us would get a meal. Now, granted, it's Burger King food, so it's not like...
Well, Burger King quote-unquote food.
Yeah, well, so, okay, this is a total, like, non sequitur. Burger King is the healthiest fast food that you can get. They legitimately, like, are really tight about what ingredients they use. I think they only use, like, 15 or 20 ingredients through all of their food. They don't use, like, Red 40 or anything like that. Like, the red Spider-Verse Whopper that came out, it was red because they used beet juice to color it. It wasn't Red 40. They don't use Red 40. I think they said MSG. There were a couple of, like, other various things that they mentioned. But Burger King, unironically, is one of the healthier options. But I believe right now they're on the boycott list for the Israel-Palestine stuff that's going on. There's too much stuff going on for me to keep track of what I should and shouldn't say. It's actually kind of difficult. But anyway, so, yeah, anyway, we would get from Burger King. Now, I think I could pull up my app and look, but I'm pretty sure it's like $3 now to get a thing of chicken. It used to be 49 cents.
An 8-piece of chicken nuggets?
Yes.
Ooh.
An 8-piece chicken nugget. Let me pull up my menu right here and look.
Because I remember, I mean, growing up poor.
Here we go. Growing up in the struggle.
in the struggle.
Chicken.
I remember when McDonald's.
Holy shit! It's
You remember when they
$2.50.
did-
It's $2.50. It used to be 50 cents. It's gone up
Jesus
$2 in like 3 years. What in the hell?
So, back in the day, do you remember when McDonald's did free breakfast?
Free breakfast? What the?
breakfast.
You really are a boomer. Back in my day, it was a nickel to go down to the down to the candy store and get a pack of bubba gum.
They did this promotion
My
like
God.
once a year. Once a year, all the locations would have free breakfast, and it was like, I think it was like 2 pancakes, hash brown, and a water. Well, obviously because the water's free. But
What is this,
but it was
England
like
having to
it
pay
was
for
like
the water?
2 pancakes and a hash brown. Like it was. I mean, it wasn't like a big breakfast, but it was a breakfast, like for free.
Yeah, no.
Oh boy, we hit up like every McDonald's location near us, and it was awesome.
I think, and again, to get on my boomer tirade, also, food just doesn't taste as good as it used to. I'm sorry. Like, I've always been a pretty big fan of the sausage biscuit with egg from, or sorry, the sausage McMuffin from.
Well, they used to make the eggs fresh. Now I think they're frozen.
Honestly,
I'm
the
wrong
egg
about
wasn't my problem. The meat was. It was like really flavorless. The sausage was. I don't know why. It just like didn't taste good the last time I got it. And then my parents were like, maybe you're getting sick, because I have that comment about a lot of my food. Like, no, I think food's just like awful now.
Maybe.
It's not me, it's everybody else.
Well, it's kind of like how age affects how you see colors, right? Maybe there's a similar thing with like your taste
There
buds.
is. Well, I know for a fact that if have you ever like noticed as you get older, you suddenly develop an allergy to something? It's because your like cells are constantly growing and replacing, and so quite literally you aren't the same person you were born as. And that's seen in a lot of different areas. Like people will develop
42-year-old man with a beard.
Yeah, back when you were born in the 1945, right at the turn of the war. Anyway, another thing that can develop besides allergies is like taste. So like you could really like salty or like spicy food, but then as you get older, your taste buds quite literally change as they're replaced. And so you could like grow out of liking foods that you used to like as a kid. I used to love sour candy, and I honestly, as I get older, I like it less and less.
Yeah.
But I will say, food definitely hasn't been tasting as good as it used to. Don't make me go on the tirade about Applebee's again. I still can't get over that. It's been over a month because it was rep that we ate it. Still mad about it to this day.
I haven't been to Applebee's in so long that
I haven't either, and now I'm not going back.
I didn't even know that the location by me shut down like 3
That's
years
so
ago.
funny.
I'm like, I was talking to somebody and they're like, oh, this new place is going up where the Applebee's used to be. I'm like, the Applebee's closed?
Okay.
They're like, yeah, like 3 years ago in like 2019. I'm like, what?
I've got a really good conversation like thing to ask you, because I know last time we were on stream we talked about like the microwaving pizza, and I was like, come on dude, I gave my like life's motto about it. But what's your opinion on Arby's?
I've legitimately only had Arby's a few times in my life, like maybe 3 or 4. And that was years ago, so I have no idea.
Okay, alright. That's fair. I, every time my entire life that I've ever gotten Arby's, I always get food poisoning. Like, I always get sick and, like, have to, puke. I don't know what it is.
There's this streamer I watch, and she got Arby's from Uber Eats once. And no joke, got a moldy bun.
So
And
the
she
reason I
has
bring
not
that up is
gotten
because
Arby's since.
it seems like Arby's is like my litmus test for whether or not I think you have good food opinions. Because Mike will get on street or get on call and he will defend Arby's like it's his own mother.
I feel
He's like,
like if you
Arby's
go
is
to
good and
Arby's
I
and-
won't let you. He's the one person that's holding Arby's up financially.
I think if you go to Arby's enough, something terrible is bound to happen.
Yeah.
Like a moldy bun or food poisoning.
I will say though, they have the greatest curly fries in existence. Not fast food, not just like the best curly fries ever. Their curly fries, like what happened was Mr. Arby, I don't know like who actually founded Arby's. He was in the restaurant cooking. And he was like, "Man, I really wish I could be popular. Like I really wish that like my business would take off." And the monkey paw curled. All of the food's like quality is funneled into the curly fries. That's why everything else is so awful. It's like a balancing act. It's like God's own curly fries compared to the rest of their food. The rest of the food like takes the what's they take the like curse away from the curly fries so that they can be God's gift to humanity. They're legitimately like amazing. Even the ones that you can buy at the store, they're in like the plastic bag that you have to like cook at home. Even those are still amazing. Oh, here's a good fry question for you. Sweet potato fries, what's your opinion on them?
I don't really have one.
Have you ever had them?
I don't know.
So, honestly, my only problem with them is it's in the name. I don't like that they're sweet. When I bite into a fry, I want it to be savory. I don't want it to be sweet. So when I bite into a sweet potato fry, I'm like, this is gross. A lot of people don't like the texture, but I actually don't mind the texture. It's not fantastic. It's basically like a soggy fry. So it's not like fantastic, but it's not awful. It's kind of like one of those, oh, you probably know this being a boomer. Do you remember when Wendy's used to have regular fries instead of the sea salt fries?
Maybe Wendy's is another place I've barely been to.
Dog definitely did not grow up in the struggle if he wasn't going out to eat fast food.
The thing, I grew up out in the middle of nowhere.
That's
so
right.
there
You
wasn't-
are
there
you are in
legitimately-
Bumblebum, Michigan, or whatever.
legitimately, even to get to a McDonald's, I had to drive 20 minutes
Jeez.
to a McDonald's, and there's McDonald's fucking everywhere. So we didn't do a ton of fast food. It was like we would get it on the way back from church because we were in town, and only on special occasions because growing up on a farm is rough.
Oh yeah.
So, like, especially with 10 kids, you got to feed 10 mouths. Even with the cheaper McDonald's prices, that's still a lot of money.
Yeah. Nothing to scoff at.
So, yeah, it was very rare that we got fast food, and it was usually McDonald's.
Yeah, where we grew up, there were a lot of... We honestly went to Wendy's, I think, more than we went to McDonald's, because maybe it's changed, and maybe I'm just, like, revisionist historying it in my brain, but generally, McDonald's is the most expensive of the fast foods. Well, Chick-fil-A is
think
probably
it's
the most
I don't know.
expensive, but...
I think it depends on what you order too, because we would exclusively get stuff off of the dollar menu.
Yeah, well, now the dollar
menu
menu doesn't exist. I think
Yeah, it's a $1, $2, $3 menu.
Well, again, the thing
So
that bothers
everything
me
that
about
used
the
to be
$1,
$1
$2,
is now
$3 menu is on the $1 menu, everything's $1.19, $1.30. So it's
Yeah.
not $1.
But yeah, it was always you either got a McChicken, or you got a cheeseburger, or you got a double hamburger. I think it was.
The McDouble.
Was it a McDouble? I don't
That's
know.
what it's called. I don't know if that's what you
It was
got.
whatever.
It's
the,
2 burgers.
It's just 2 burgers, yeah, or two
Two
ham-
patties.
2 patties on a burger. Because those were all on the dollar menu. And then we would get like a single large fry to share between everybody.
Oh my gosh, that's another thing. A large fry is almost $6 now.
Jeez.
Isn't that crazy? This really is
Sounds like
old man yells about prices. We really are turning into boomers. You're rubbing off on me. I only get really heated about fast food because it's like I have a little bit more of like a reference for that. I'm not going to sit here and complain about like gas prices and stuff. But I'll sit here and complain about fast food prices until I'm blue in the face because like that stuff I really care about.
Man, gas prices though. Actually, they've been going down lately, so I shouldn't complain.
Yeah, I don't know. I really haven't been tracking it because I get all my gas from Costco and Sam's, so...
Oh, it's one of those things where it's like, you're not gonna buy gas.
Yeah,
Like you can go to
won't...
a fast food place and get upset about the prices and not buy fast food and go home and eat. But gas,
Yeah,
you're gonna
gas
buy
is
gas.
Because, like, what's the option? That's... Oh, my gosh. So... Oh, this is the last thing I'll talk about, and then I'll get off for the day. So, I swear I'll relate back to gas, but, I had my... I lectured on Friday last week. That's why I didn't stream. I want to tell you how the lecture went. So, I was doing really well. Makes me feel young, because we talk about stuff. And, like, I'm closer in age to the kids than I am to the teachers. So, like, we talk about stuff, and they're like, oh my gosh, you really are, like, our age, you know? I'm like, how do you do, fellow kids? Anyway, so I got really tired at the end, and, I don't know, did you see my tweet that I tweeted on Friday?
You might have showed it to me, but I don't remember.
Oh, it was such a funny tweet. So, the last slide on my PowerPoint is, my publications. Because I'm like, here, if you want to read what I've actually written, like, professionally, here you can go and do that. It also helps me establish, like, I know what I'm talking about because I'm, like, a published author. But, normally I'm like, oh, hey, I gotta brag for a second. But I was so tired, I couldn't remember the word brag in my head. And so I said to the kids, I said... Hey guys, I gotta go band for band real quick. And like... and they all looked at me, and then I realized what I said, and I looked at... And I was like, oh my gosh. And the professor, like, or the teacher, he didn't realize what I had said. And so... He didn't really get what I had said, but the kids did, and they looked at me, and we all started, like, snickering. Because it was so funny, but I described me showing off my publications as going band for band, and I'm like, oh my gosh. But, and nobody responded to my tweet, and I'm really sad, because I had a follow-up that I was going to post, where I was going to be like, when I'm out in public, Ace Gamer speaks to me like the Green Goblin mask. And I was like, that's a banger tweet. I really want to tweet it. That's literally how it goes. I had a slide where I talked about like my involvement on like in college. And I was like, oh yeah, I was on the esports team. And one of the kids was like, oh, what games do you play? And I'm like, I didn't have the heart to tell him I'm a streamer. And I mostly play Minecraft, and I play HoloLive, or I play HoloCure. Like, I didn't have the heart to tell them that I'm, like, a internet streamer, or a VTuber. So I was like, oh, you know, like, sometimes I'll play Overwatch, you know, and then I had this bit, because sometimes I'll think of jokes, and I'll, like, script them out in my head before I go. It's the way that I get over my speaking anxiety, a little bit. But, the bit that I thought of was the OG map just came out, or not just came out, but in Fortnite, the newest season is like, the whole gimmick is it's the OG map from back in when the game launched. And I have this video that I filmed of me and my cousin playing it when it launched. And I'm like, hey, remember when this, or I said to him, I was like, this game is supposed to be a zombie survival game, right? And he's like, nah, man, it's like this new thing called a battle royale. I was like, oh, that sounds interesting. And so I said to them, I was like, I feel really old because this video came up in my feed from 2018, and people are calling it like the OG map, and if you played on that map, you're the OG. And like, I was there, like, I was playing back then, and they were like, "Oh, how long did you play?" And I didn't have the heart to tell them. I like quit immediately because I hated it.
Yeah, I remember. So I remember back before like Battle Royale Fortnite was a thing.
Yeah,
Like years before it came out.
yeah, it was supposed to be a Left
The
4 Dead
zombie
2
survival
type game.
Yeah, no, and I remember because they had the building and everything, and it was like you built like traps and a base and stuff. And I remember watching the video. I think Timowolf posted it. He's like, "Dude, this game looks sick. I can't wait till it comes out." And then it came out of the fucking Battle Royale. And originally, like I remembered immediately. I'm like, "Oh, they completely changed directions for the game."
Mm-hmm.
But Tim didn't know for like 2 or 3 years after it came out, and it came up for some reason. I'm like, yeah, remember when Fortnite was supposed to be a zombie survival game? And Tim was like, what? Like, yeah, you're the one that posted the video.
Yeah,
it was really funny.
It's so fun. It's so funny to think about stuff like that. And they were like, "Oh, did you get the Renegade Raider skin?" And again, the Ace Gamer Green Goblin mask in the back of my head started going, "Do it. Say it to them. Say you bought the Jiggle Jiggle skin. Tell them you bought the Fortnite Gritty." And I'm like, no, I quit because there's too many sweats." And they're like, "What skin do you use?" And I'm like, "Default." And they're like, "Why would you use default? Why wouldn't you pay?" And I'm like, and I said this, and I was like, sometimes I'll like snap out of my professional speak and I'll start talking like I'm my age or younger, like an actual person. And I was like, imagine getting sauced on by a default skin, and they all just started laughing. It's so funny, but it's so true. I don't know if you heard about it, but FaZe Banks, he made like playing with a default skin like his whole thing. He only plays with default skins. So Fortnite gave him skins because they're like, if you keep playing without skins, it's gonna make us look bad because then kids aren't gonna want to buy our skins. I was like, damn, that's so funny. I refuse to now play with any skins ever. Because like it's so much funnier to play with the free stuff. It's like playing with the Gibbous in TF2.
Or like if you were into like Minecraft PvP at all, dying to a Steve. Oh yeah, that was rough.
They asked me about that. They're like, "How good are you at Minecraft?" I'm like, "All you do is you build. What do you mean good?" And they're like, "Well, PvP." And I remembered our first stream where I learned how to run by pressing control. I was like,
I forgot about that.
So that reminds me, the only other thing I wanted to add to this about, like, again, Ace Gamer speaks to me while I'm out in public, like the Green Goblin mask. But I was TAing for my professor, teacher assistant. I don't know if you know that, my bad. And a couple of the kids were talking, they're like, I don't know if you've heard of this, Ace, or Mr. Gamer. Because I was lecturing, but there's this thing that, like, have you ever played Minecraft? And I was like, I just streamed it yesterday because this was a Wednesday, and they were like, yeah, but we have this thing called a realm, and we play on it. And I was like, oh yeah, I have a realm with my friends, and this was when I was building the villager trading. And I was like, yeah, I'm working on this villager trading hall. And they're like, oh, we've heard about that. Like, can't you, like, get, like, emeralds and stuff? And I'm like, you can get every enchant in the game and full diamond armor. And they're like, what? And I stopped the lecture about pollution control for environmental engineering. And I was like, okay, guys, I'm going to tell you how villager trading works. At the end of it, the one girl holds up her notepad, and she drew this Minecraft villager, and then her Minecraft skin with like hearts in her eyes looking at the villager. I was like, those are some good notes. But yeah, it was so funny because these kids are like, they came to the class to learn about what it's like to be an environmental engineer, and I'm like, hey guys, let's talk about villager trading.
Let's talk about slavery in Minecraft.
But yeah, doing stuff like that keeps me young. I say that like I'm an 80-year-old man, but I'm. Oh, I didn't have my elytra on.
You just plummet to the ground.
Yeah.
I've done that so many times. Or I put the elytra on, but I never hit space again, so I just fall.
Yeah, it's very funny. I like to sometimes I'll like. I used to have this joke where I would sneak a picture of. Oh gosh, this is a really deep cut. But you know the little. Have you ever watched Cold Ones?
Yeah.
You know the little egg character?
Yeah.
The little guy, the little egg character.
Yeah,
have you ever heard of this little guy? Anyway, I snuck him into every single presentation me and my friends would make. He was on a poster we did on reverse osmosis. He's just like in the corner of it. Actually, I should. That's it. I'm gonna make a clip out of this later, and I'm gonna like show it on screen, like zoom in onto the little guy in the corner. I used to do this all the time because it was like really funny to me. I gave a presentation to my entire campus, about, environmental sustainability and like how we can be more sustainable as a campus. And right before the end slide or the end slide like shows up, it's like, thank you very much for coming. The slide after that is the picture of Twilight Sparkle and Mordecai like looking up at the sky. And before like I started, me and the other guy I was presenting with, we were practicing like a little bit. I don't practice too much for my speeches. Obviously, you can hear from me streaming. I'm very good at like coming up with shit on the spot. But anyway, we were practicing just a little bit, and he had that like, can you pretend that airplanes in the night sky like shooting stars? That in the background while we were practicing, and that slide was like hidden in the presentation the entire time. Oh, and it was on screen for like a couple seconds when he turned off the PowerPoint. Doing stuff like that makes me it's so much fun. It reminds me of this tweet I wanted to send to you, but I didn't want you to think that I was making fun of furries. But there's this guy
I'm not a furry, it's fine.
It's okay. Says the guy with hooves. Anyway, you're not beating the furry allegations. Anyway, there's this guy who posted a video of him in a full fursuit at a rave. He was like furry by night, and then picks up the camera, and he's in like the U.S. naval offices working on like nuclear engineering, and he's like mechanical engineering by day. And I was like, holy shit. Literally me. It's like, yeah, guys, when I'm not a doctoral or a PhD student in environmental engineering, I'm streaming Minecraft on YouTube and Twitch. Oh man. Oh, that's the final thing I'm going to talk about before I get off. I keep saying that, and then I talk about one more thing. But I am actually going to be getting off, so I'm going to turn off the audio. That is a video I want to make. I really, really, really like my climate change lecture, and so I think I want to adapt it into a more streamable kind of thing. And I unironically would like to do a lecture of some sort that's more interesting than sitting in a classroom with a pen and paper. But if you seriously would be interested in that, I can't like dox myself and tell you my publications, but I am a published scientist. So like I'd be very like interested in like talking about some of the research that I've done. So I know that's probably like the last thing you want to hear from a haha funny VTuber man, but seriously, if that stuff would interest you, leave a comment or a thing. Because I am thinking about like making it funnier. I'm not gonna just like get up here and be like, So this is force equals ma, or F equals ma. F stands for force, M stands for mass, and A stands for acceleration. Like, I'll make it interesting, and I'll put like,
You're not gonna be like a professor with tenure.
no, I'm gonna put impact font memes on it. I'm gonna put Facebook mom memes on there that are
Ooh,
like,
put like
I gotta
Rage
put.
comics.
No, you know what I should put on there is I should put one of those like, yeah, I worked out today, and it was like, I lifted like 3,000 pounds or something like that, and it's like, I I did one push up, and it's like a minion. It's like I did one push up. Well, actually, I walked up the stairs, but we can count it as a push up, or you know those like really shitty minion mom memes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I should have one of those on the slides. Be like, guys, it's so funny. I put memes in the syllabus. Anyway, um, yeah, I'd make it interesting. I still think my like my thing about carbon capture and mitochondria. Oh my god, it's such a good banger. Like, all the kids are like, what? I'm like, I'm gonna blow your mind, guys. This is gonna be crazy. And then I talk about it, and they're like, oh, what? It actually blows their mind. Anyway, so getting a little bit serious for a second. I know we're going from fun times to unfun times, but I'm gonna be wrapping up here. So first off, I want to thank everybody very much for watching. I want to thank everybody for subscribing, liking, commenting, sharing, all of that stuff. I do see it all, and I've been getting a lot of really great interactions recently, and it means a lot to me to see that kind of stuff, and it also encourages me to keep going. It's been a little bit difficult recently to continue to post as things get more difficult. So to see the kind of positive interaction I've been getting recently is really, really encouraging to continue to work on this, which I really love to do. So I don't want to stop. So it's good that you guys don't want me to stop either. It really means the world to see that. That being said, I mentioned it at the beginning of the stream, but I'm going to mention it again just to make sure that everybody knows. But due to personal, family health reasons, I will be going on hiatus for the foreseeable future. I plan all my videos out about a week in advance, so I still will be posting a video on Wednesday and Friday this week, but I will not be streaming on Thursday or Friday, and it's still up in the air whether I'll be streaming next week. I have to see whether I'm buried under my work or not. Best case is I am back live on Tuesday, but we'll see. But I know for a fact I won't be posting next week because I won't have any time to edit any of the videos, unfortunately. It really sucks because I had a couple videos that are just pending editing. They're all like shot, they're just not edited. But those will be a week out. That being said, I have a lot of stuff that I would like to do. I did talk about it earlier in the stream, so if you're just tuning in now, you can go back and watch that. The influencer in me wants to encourage that as I'm gone, you guys check out the stuff that I've already posted and give that some more views if you haven't seen any of that already. But I'm not going to pressure you to watch anything that you don't want to. Yeah. Don't worry too much. I'll be back as soon as I can, but for me and my family, I need to take a little bit of a step aside from the channel to focus on my mental health and yeah. So I guess I could transition to the. No, I don't have anything printing right now because I'm gonna be leaving soon, so I don't have anything printing. But yeah, I want to thank you all very much for watching. I apologize for being gone, but yeah. Sorry, this is really awkward for me. I don't know what else to say. Thank you very much for watching. Hope to see you in the foreseeable future. Don't know when that will be. Please stick with me. I'm not going anywhere for very long. Thank you. Kirby, you have anything to say? End us off?
No, not really.
Goodbye. Bye. I'll miss you. Bye.